Nico would be put in a strange situation, this being having to kill one brother after both brothers would ask him to kill each other. The sad part about the Mcreary family is that they're all hypocrites, but they're all right about each other. Even before this, Francis is like any other Mcreary brother. The only thing that separated him is that he became a police officer. All of his brothers would despise him for the fact he did something different on top of him being a dirty cop. They look at Francis as a hypocrite due to this. The only person in his family that he communicates with is his mother, being that she's blind of Francis' doings. Being a part of the LCPD will become his identity. He will have Nico do things to protect his reputation and influence. With his identity being his career, we see how he takes his way of living seriously.
He's got but one stain on my character, and I'm finished. I want to make things a bit better, by any means necessary.
Isn't that police work?
Sure. And the moon is made of cheese, and the streets is paved with gold. Wake up!
With Francis, the things he had Nico do is strictly business. He had info on Nico blackmailing him for the things he needed done. That simple. Derrick, on the other hand, had a lengthy rap sheet. With him being the oldest in the family, he would pave the way for his brothers as far as them becoming involved in the criminal underworld. He would become an informant, leading into someone he ran with going into prison. Doing time in prison himself, he would become addicted to heroin. Later, he would move to Ireland, being that his family is of course Irish. He would also fight in the war during his stay. Similar to Nico, Francis and the rest of his family lost respect for Derrick a long time ago. At this point, his identity is everything he did in the past. Derrick will return back to Liberty City to partake in robbing a bank. It would take Francis a while to learn that Derrick is back, but here we see how his younger brother's respect toward Derrick is before and during the robbery.
Derrick, did you sort out the charge for the vault door?
What's that mean? Of course I sorted out the charge. What do you think I've been doing all day?
I don't know. Nodding off with a needle sticking out of your arm?
Patrick, you were such a sweet little boy when I left this city.
You was gone a long time, Derrick. From what I remember, you've changed too.
I'm trying to be honest with these people. We put them through a lot today.
Fuck these people, fuck your cause. That shit's over. Fuck you. Take the needle out your arm, then tell me what to do.
Nico will help him out with what he wants. And that's being killing his old crew. With his identity being the past, we see how he takes this serious.
What do you care about?
I care about getting people back who claimed I was a grass. People who used that to steal shit off me.
Unlike Francis, Nico will be tied in on Derrick's doings at this point, with him even lying about him snitching on his old crew. Nico will sympathize with Derrick, but Derrick's not telling the truth about anything apart from the obvious.
Me, Bucky, and Aiden, we all cared about the same stuff. We came together for a cause we believed in. At least, I thought I believed in it. I was young.
This was a while ago then.
Yeah, so Aiden got caught with something when he was somewhere he wasn't meant to be. Needless to say, he'll be inside for a time. Him and Bucky think I talk. Couldn't see no other way how he got caught. From what I hear, Aiden still rants about me to anyone who'll listen.
I know how it feels to be betrayed.
You got that look about you.
He would even have Nico drive a boat with him so he can get money for his heroin addiction to win his ambush. Derrick is so disordered, he thinks Francis has something to do with this.
I didn't think he even knew I was back. Can't the man just let his brother be? It's like fucking Cain and Abel, the two of us. No wonder I turned into the wreck you see before you. A brother like that. Jesus.
So is Francis the only explanation for this shit?
If the shoe fits, Nico. If the bloody shoe fits. Sure, I've been telling a few people about this, but hell, I smell a rat, and Frankie's the biggest damn rat I know.
Nico would later find out about Derrick snitching. Nico would be in shock, but now he would know the truth.
I'm not sure, but it didn't do him much good either way. I think it was because of Derrick. Because Derrick was a grass in England. He was involved in that business and he grassed on some people to avoid doing some serious time. And then went into hiding for years.
I did not know that.
No, he spun it different, but that was the truth. A grass to avoid doing time. That's why Jerry won't bend. He sees it as penance for the sins of his brother.
After this, he would kill the last person Derrick is worrying about. Although Nico knows the truth, he still does this because he genuinely feels bad for Derrick.
Please, Nico, boy, just this last one. Please.
Sure, Derrick.
You and me, we're the same. The same. The same.
Francis would then find out that Derrick is back to when he has Nico meet him. Francis will start to panic, being that he's worried Derrick would expose him after he threatened to do so.
It wasn't bad enough having a bunch of crooks for brothers. Now I've got him threatening to talk to a journalist about his family, about me.
Well, tell him to be quiet.
I am trying to become the commissioner of police. I'd be a laughingstock. A cop with the famous snitching traitor for a brother. You stop it.
Stop?
Stop.
Kill your brother.
Just put him out of his misery.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you, pal. I'm gonna meet him in the Courtyard Park off Bismarck and Lancet. Deal with him. Make him a tragedy, not a disaster.
Derrick will call Nico to have him kill Francis, but he's the one chosen to die. Killing Derrick will put him out of his misery.
What's this about? I've got to say, I'm nervous about this little meeting.
Shit, when I heard you was back, I nearly shat myself. Sit down. Why didn't you call me? You could have slept on my couch. I'm doing real well for myself, real well. I'm sorry about how life turned out for you.
Just a second here, Derrick. I gotta speak to one of the sergeants. Hey, what's the problem? I thought you were gonna make something happen for me.
I'm not so sure about it.
What's gonna make you sure? You want me to give you a raise?
That might help.
All right, then. Call it a bonus. Make this happen.
Police officer, come on, clear the area, clear the area. Derrick, shit, he's my brother.
After being blackmailed, Nico will use Francis for a while, something Francis didn't have a choice in.
I did what you wanted me to do. I killed your brother. You and me are over. At least Jerry and Packy are honest about what they do. You're a crook, hiding behind his badge and a reputation. You know what, Frankie boy? I'm going to use that. I ever feel the heat on me, I'll call you, and you're going to make shit go away. That cool?
Sounds like I don't have a choice.
After this, Nico will attend his funeral. We will then see how the rest of the Mcreary family feel.
I'm, sorry for your loss.
I'm not. I'm sorry for Ma. I gave up on my brothers a long time ago.
Maybe bad shit just happens when you got a family made up of dirty cops and smackheads, gangsters, and petty hoods.
Of course, they're sad with Derrick being killed, but they all felt deep down that it was for the best. The only thing Francis had to live for was his badge. He wouldn't be respected outside of his family or have nothing without it. Willing to do anything to keep it. He definitely isn't the good guy in this, but he still has ambition in his career, dirty or not. Derrick somewhat already lived his life and stayed in the past. The only thing he would look forward to was getting hot. At this point, we all know Nico's hates to be lied to, which makes this more of a reason to kill him, on top of pitting him out of his misery. This is why sparing Francis instead of Derrick is the better choice.